What is up, my fam bam? Ashley Elizabeth here with AHM Artistry, and welcome to my favorites video of 2018. These are all my makeup favorites, things that I have used and I have loved and I have cherished. And today I'm going to show them to you, not only showing you and demonstrating, but I'm actually going to show you applying them onto my face and creating this look. So it's kind of like a favorites, kind of interjecting like almost a tutorial in there, just to give you something more interesting to look at. I didn't want to just sit here and just tell you this. I just wanted, I wanted to do a little different style here. So if that sounds all good and dandy to you, then you know what to do. Sit back, hang tight, and keep on watching. First up, let's go ahead and start with Complexion. I have the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. You guys know I love this. Every primer that I have been trying lately, I always end up going back to this one. I was dabbling in the Tarte Drink of H2O for a little bit, but it just kind of started separating my foundation. It was almost too hydrating. This bad boy right here pretty much goes with every foundation that I've ever used, and it gives just a little bit of plumping to the skin, so I really, really like that one. Next for foundation, I have three favorites this year, like three that I am like a love, ride or die. These are ones that I will grab. So to start off here, Tarte, the Amazonian Clay Foundation in light neutral. I loved this one so much that I actually stocked my pro kit with it. It just blends really easy. It works great. It's a never fail type of product. This is like second tube down to the nitty gritty right here. So I love that. I was using that one a lot in the beginning of the year, and then this one waltzed into my life in the summertime, and I love it too. I love them equally. I'm going to use this one today to show you guys that, but this is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation, and this is in the shade Warm Natural number 12. It's great. I couldn't use it for a little bit because it was a little too light, but now I am back to the skin tone, so I can use it, and I'm so happy. Loving that. Gives full coverage. Both of these are nice full coverage. All of my favorites are full coverage because you have a full coverage queen right here. And no surprise here, but the ColourPop No Filter Foundation Stick. I love this. My next ColourPop order, I will do a lighter shade that'll match me right now. I originally got the medium 83N, and it was a perfect match for me in the summer. Love it. I would have actually done it in this video today if the shade matched me. I love it so much. It's more almost hydrating. It's not greasy, but I don't know how it works on more oily skin tone yet, but for dry gals, it's amazing. I love it, and it gives so much coverage, and it blends out so much, so easily. It's just, and it's $10, so this is a nice affordable foundation. Love it. Now moving on to concealer. No surprise here. I'm sure it's pretty much on everybody's list, but the Tarte Shape Tape, and I have two right here because I am, in between skin tones. Light is in the winter, so I'm actually going to go pick up my refill of that one right now, which will mean it's my like third or fourth tube. And in the summer I am light neutral, and then in between I mix them together. I'm kind of still a little in between right now, so I'll be mixing these together today, and they blend really nicely, and it's really good. Those are really good concealers. They're not like, I can tell they are like a tiny bit too dry for my skin, like a tiny bit, but anything that's more hydrating is creasy and gross. So I keep going back to that one. I pulled out this one to show you guys, the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, the full coverage one. I really like this one too. This shade though, I noticed, like when I'm editing my videos, it's a little too yellow. So the shade selection is kind of interesting in this, so it makes me not gravitate towards it, although it's almost the same finish of the Tarte Shape Tape. It's almost a little more hydrating though. So I need to find a better color match in this if they have it, and then that will probably be my favorite. But for now, Shape Tape it is. Now I didn't have any favorite setting powders necessarily. I have things that I use. You guys know Laura Mercier setting powder, the Tarte Shape Tape setting powder, but none of they don't blow me away. If I'm still like searching for other things to replace it, then it's not like gonna be a favorite, like they're just like basic. Yeah, haven't found that holy grail powder for my skin type yet, but it works. It gets the job done, and it's fine. It makes it last. It just tad bit dry. Now for contouring palettes, okay, I obviously love my Kat Von D Shade Light. This I pretty much use throughout the whole year, and even this light shade right here that I can use to like clean up the edges. I had Hit Pan on. This one right here is probably my most used. It's a good contour shade, and this one can bronze up the face really easily. This one got broken. I had to mush it together, but it's too dark for my skin tone anyways, but it is really good for deeper skin tones, so know that. So I love this. It blends like a dream. It's buttery. It's beautiful. Love the Kat Von D Shade Light palette. Awesome sauce. But I do want to mention, And I'm trying not to do like holiday stuff in here because like that's sad if you watch this later in 2019 and you're like, I can't get that anymore. This one I have a feeling you might be able to still get because it's the Smashbox Holidaze Contour and Highlight Palette. This has been my favorite since I tried it out in November. I think it was sometime in November. And I knew right off the bat that it was gonna be an underrated product because it was super good, blend beautifully, it's awesome, and you know what? Nobody gives Smashbox enough love, these poor guys. So this palette has been on sale since mid-December too, so that shows you that, you know, it wasn't selling, but that means it's good for you because you can probably get your hands on it for super cheap, and if it's not on Ulta and Sephora anymore on the time of watching this, probably check TJMAXX, maybe Nordstrom's rack, somebody like that, and see if they have it. But I love these. I didn't use them in the video today to show you, but I've done several videos in the last month using these, and I just love it. I love it. It's just all around good. The highlighters are amazing. They're blinding. These contour shades are beautiful. So I will be using this a lot in my personal use in 2019, but I won't use it a lot on camera because you might not be able to get it. And that's just sad, you know? And then two more bronzers that I do want to mention. I love the bronzer in the Physicians Formula Butter Collection palette. Now you can't get this palette anymore, so I am sorry about that. However, these two shades I'm going to talk about you can still get in singles, and that's the Deep Bronzer. They smell so good. They're creamy, they're buttery, they blend nicely. You can't get that in a single, and it is very nice. The only complaint is this is a deep shade, and if it works for my skin tone, then it's not that deep. So Physicians Formula, come on, that's ridiculous. You gotta come out with an actual real life deep shade that'll work for people with deeper skin tones. For real, for real. I don't have deep skin tone. First, I started off with this deep bronzer from Physicians Formula. It is more of a matte shade, and then I went in with a more highlighty type of bronze, and that's the Hard Candy Fox in a Box. This one right here is called Party Girl. You guys have seen me use it a lot if you watch my videos. This one has a more shimmery bronze, so I layered that right on top, and the combination of the two is beautiful. I'm not saying you need to do that all the time. Like, that's a lot of products already, and we aren't even halfway through the face. And then I went ahead and layered my blushes as well to show you guys what I love, and that is also the Physicians Formula Blush in Vintage Rouge. You can also get this one in a single, and then I topped that off with another Hard Candy Fox in a Box, and this one is in the shade Girl Next Door. Again, this is kind of a shimmery type of blush, but it looks so pretty, and I just wanted to layer them so you can see how everything looks, but really, really pretty. Love these guys. Total cruelty-free drugstore dupe for the Benefit little blush bronzer boxes thingamajigs, and I love them. Love them. Awesome. You can get these at Walmart in case you are wondering, like, where can I even get hard candy? Walmart. And next for highlighters, I actually was surprised. I have drugstore highlighters as my favorite. Again, Physicians Formula Butter Highlighters. Once I tried these, I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, this glow is amazing. So pretty. And this one is in the shade Iridescent. It has a really purpley shift to it, so it doesn't play around. Now, they do make other ones that are a little more toned down. I only have the ones in the palette, and those ones are limited edition, so I don't bother doing those today, you know, because that would just be a tease. And then I actually topped it off with the AOA Studio, what is this, Halo highlighter. You know, it's a $1 highlighter, so the packaging is wearing down, but it works so good, and that's blissful. This packs a punch, you guys. It is crazy. It is crazy for a $1 highlighter. This you can get from Shop Miss A, and wow, wow, wow. A couple of you guys commented on the video where I used it, and they were like, I love it too. It is so good. And I'm like, yes, $1 highlighters. Woo! All right, now for eyebrows. No surprise here, but I am loving my Kat Von D Super Brow. I use the shade Taupe. It is creamy. It is beautiful. I used Anastasia Dip Brow for years. I'm telling you, years. Ever since it launched, I was using it. And my only complaint with it was just like a little more of a firmer pomade, a little difficult. It dried out really fast. I have been using this since, I think it's March. I use it a lot, and now it's finally like kind of, you know, I still have probably a couple months uses of it, but it's not dry. It's still super creamy. It goes on so smoothly. I don't have to like finicky, you know, work with it. It's really nice, and it also lasts all day. All day, son, all day. And that is what I'm looking for in my brow products. Now this is gonna look weird, I'm gonna jump around, but I wanna keep the brows in the same category. But what I found, a little tip right here, is that I need to use a brow gel after completing my whole face, because if I do my brow gel before doing my eyeshadow, all this powder kicks up and sticks onto the brow gel, and it just looks like I have dusty brows. and nobody really wants that look. So now I put my brow gel on as a finishing step. However, sometimes that means I forget to use it because I'm like, oh, brows are done, but they weren't. So I'm loving the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel, and in the shade Light Brown. It just gives my hair a little bit of more defined look, and I also paste these puppies down so they don't like start falling into my eyes, which is usually what happens if I forget to use it. So loving that, and it's only I think like $5. Little tube, but I have been using it for a while now and I still have some in there, so that's good. And then for setting spray, this is the dark horse of the year or whatever, Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. Thank you so much to the Taylor, because that is who I was watching, who was swearing by this. Like in every video she would mention this, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll try it. She has really dry skin now after being on Accutane, so I'm like, girl, I know she's dry, and whatever she says, I'm gonna try. So I picked this up at Ulta last month, and I have yet to put it down. It is now halfway through the bottle, and it's safe to say I'm obsessed with it. Just a little update, I have been trying the Tatcha Dewy Luminous Skin Mist, and though it is really nice, it doesn't help with the wearing power of my makeup. In fact, it can be a little too dewy and too wet, so it makes my makeup not last as long. This one though, makes my skin dewy, makes my skin glowy without taking away the longevity of the foundation. If anything, it probably makes my foundation last longer. I love topping it on top of powder, but I can also use it right on top of my liquid and then put the powder on top of it and then do another layer. I can use this a million different times and it's not gonna be too much. It is just perfect plumper of the skin. I can use this as a refreshing spray. I am obsessed with this, and it's a super affordable setting spray too. Like around $8 I think you can get it at Ulta, and it's awesome. I love it. My skin has never really loved setting spray, so when I find one that works, it's like, it works then, because a lot of them make my skin like weird. It separates my foundation. This one doesn't do that, and I love it. I probably don't need to mention this because if you watch any of my eye tutorials, you'll know this one, but it's the Frankie Rose I Promise Eye Primer, and I like the shade Light. You can get this from Amazon, and it's sold directly through Frankie Rose Cosmetics, so that's a little easier for you guys to purchase now. Before you had to go through their website and then usually have to pay for shipping. Who wants that? Nobody wants to pay for shipping. So there's that option. I'll always link it down in the description box too if you want to use that quick little link. However, just know that I am trying out some alternatives to this one, trying to find some dupes that are easily accessible for you guys, because there's nothing worse than falling in love with a product that somebody's recommending and talking about and then not being able to get it. So I am testing other things out, and if I can find a dupe that is just as good or better, you guys will know. So stay tuned for that. But so far, this is my love. Ooh, best eye primer ever. Okay, let's talk eye palettes, baby. This, you know, this is the year of eye palettes, and oh my goodness. So these are my fave babes right here. These are the palettes that get me excited. These are the ones that I want to take with me wherever I go, the ones I want to play with, the ones I want to grab, and I am just obsessed with them for multiple reasons, but these are my babes. So let's start off with this one. It launched last year. It might have been in my favorites video last year, but I had just gotten it in December because it just launched in December. So it's gonna go in this year, whether it was in last year's or not, because it's that good. And it's a Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. I tried to use a little bit of each palette in here. The only one I didn't do was this one today. But these mattes blend so beautifully. They're so buttery. It's amazing. All the other glitter shades are amazing. They work so nicely. I use some glitters too, but I'll come back to that in just a second. For now, let me show you the matte shades that I used today in this video for favorites, and it's the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette. No surprise here. This thing is gorgeous. It's in a league of its own, and if every palette came in this amazing and unique of a packaging, then I would have a real problem. Like, you think I have a problem now, but I would have a real problem because it is so beautiful and it's so nice, and the product actually performs really well, so that's great, right? So today I did some of the matte shades in this palette to remind you how amazing it is. So I did Cake Mix, and then I went in with Intravenous, and they are just so beautifully blended, just awesome. I can get so creative. I love red tones. I love these. All these are beautiful. The glitters blend. This glitter shade is like butter. I just can't say enough good things about it. It's really good. Now going back to the chocolate gold palette, because I'm showing you right now what I used. I used Holler for $1, this really deep bronze shade, and then I topped it off with Classy and Sassy mixed with Rich Girl. I just used my fingers for these today just because I wanted to give a more softer blown out glitter look. I didn't want to do a cut crease. These do apply really well with a brush, which is hard for glitters to pay off on a brush actually. The only thing I will say, it's been a year now and the glitters don't feel as creamy soft as they were when I first got it, which is no surprise because, to be honest, it says it only has a 12-month lifespan, so that's no fault of it. That's just me still using it past the time that they recommend. So okay, and another one, all these you probably won't be surprised on, but Huda Beauty new nude palette that I got last month. I have been loving this palette. It is so pretty, you guys. I know it's not an affordable product. It is more pricey, but I do not regret this purchase at all. I'm having so much fun playing with it. The mattes blend beautifully. I love that you can build up the shades. They're awesome. The glitters are unique. I am gonna run out of those really fast, which I mentioned in my last video covering this. And then these shimmers are just, they're just so unique. The only one is just the concealed shade, but let's not get into that. I actually took this with me on my last trip and I was not disappointed that I brought this. It's like, I can create so many different types of looks, even though it looks like you can only do so much, you can actually do a lot. And I am obsessed. Great job, Huda Beauty. Great freaking job on that. And then this palette right here is a nice affordable palette. I absolutely love it. This was the very first dabble into ColourPop Cosmetics, and it's the ColourPop Disney Designer Collection. It's a Princess Thing palette. She's amazing. I love it. I've done a couple of videos on this. You guys know I love it. The mattes blend so beautifully. The shimmers are awesome. They pack a punch. I was so like happily surprised, pleasantly surprised at the quality of this palette. So good. Love it. I did use one shade in this palette today just to show you, and I used Prince Charming as my inner corner highlight. And girl, she bringing it. She bringing it. Love this palette. I think it's only like 20 bucks. One honorable mention for eyeshadow palettes, and this is not new this year, but it was new to me, and that's the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews on this palette, so do know that going into this. I've had some people say that it doesn't blend for anything, there's no pigment, and then there's me, that anytime I need a colorful eyeshadow, I grab this one, and it works so well. You can tell she's really loved. I used it for a lot of Halloween looks, anytime I want some fun things. It's just, it does a good job. There's only a couple of shades that maybe are a little bit patchy and need to build up, but for the price, I think I only got this for $11, and it's awesome. I'm loving it. She's cute. She has all the colors you would ever need. Love it. Now for liners, there is only one that like really stood out to me, is like something that I use all the time and I love, and that is the Urban Decay 24/7 eye pencils. This one is in the shade Torch. So this one specifically is one of my favorites. I go to it all the time. I have green eyes, so it really helps my green eyes to pop. It just adds a little bit more dimension. It's not too light, it's not too dark. It's just beautiful. I love it. I like all of their 24/7 pencils officially. Everyone that I've used except that sample one has been amazing. So I'm going to be getting more of those. That one is just the one that stuck out. There's no felt tip liquid liners or any liquid liners or gel liners that I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. So I am testing out some of those. So I'm going to breeze past this. I did do a wing today, but it's not worth going into it because it's not in my favorites because I am literally testing it out still. So there you go. Next for lashes. Who's surprised that watches my channel? CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara. Oh my gosh, dupe of the year, cruelty-free, drugstore, holy moly, $8. Wow. Wow. Love this mascara. If you need more proof, just go watch my last couple videos and I'll explain more. I even dupe it out against the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which has been my ride or die mascara for 5 or 6 years. And this one now beats it. So congratulations, CoverGirl, for making an awesome product. I will be buying more of that. And now for lashes, I officially have favorite pair of lashes that I go to whenever I can't figure out what to do. I'm gonna do this, or if I don't and I just wanna do it, I'm gonna do it. And that is the House of Lashes lashes. Well, you can't see them in the box anymore because they are now on my eyes. It is the Knockout lashes. No surprise there either. I am obsessed with these lashes. I especially like these lashes when I'm gonna do a halo eye or a spotlight eye because then it doesn't take away and you can still see it peeking through. But I didn't do that one today. I just did a regular eye look and they still look gorgeous. They're amazing. These lashes last me probably longer than I should be using a pair, but these are nice freshies here and I was like, oh my goodness, bring me back to life. Oh, it's so good. I love the House of Lashes lashes. Now I've been dabbling in more higher end lashes, trying to find good ones, seeing if they're worth the price, and I keep going back to these House of Lashes. They are so good. I don't know what it is. The band is a little stiff, which the first time I used them threw me off and I was like, I'm gonna hate this. But they actually just pop right down the eye, pop right on. So easy, and they don't lift throughout the day. They're amazing. And with that being said, I also love the House of Lashes Lash Glue. I was using the Duo Dark Adhesive Glue forever. And then I tried this one, and now I'm gonna use this one forever because this one is amazing. I use the dark if you're just starting out. You know, you might want to try the Duo, just the clear Duo if you're just starting out because it's a little easier to play with. It's more forgiving. But if you want to try the House of Lashes and you're a beginner, do the clear one because it's more forgiving. This one, it sticks. Like you get, okay, I'm gonna have black on my eye if I accidentally hit my eye. So it doesn't joke around, and I am okay with that. I love it. I appreciate it. It's my fave. And next we have lippies. So this was the year of trying a lot of new brands that I've never tried before, but I needed to, that were like everybody loved, and I'm like, I haven't done it yet. So I've done that this year, this year. 2018. That's when I tried a lot of things. So the Dose of Color Matte Liquid Lipsticks. Oh my gosh. Long lasting, beautiful, amazing. This is my favorite shade. This is my go-to shade now, and it is in Stone. This competes with the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in Bossy, BACI. That one is another fave. That one is a more long lasting. It will last throughout eating and everything like that. But this one, I don't care that I have to reapply it after eating because it reapplies really nicely. It's beautiful. I just love this shade. It's so creamy. It's so nice. Love it, love it. And then the Dose of Color Lip Gloss. I haven't tried any other ones than this Can You Not, but it smells so good. I just used this to pop it into the center of my lips today, and it actually blended really nicely together, added a hint of little color into the inner parts of my lips. Oh, it smells so good though. So it is really nice, really creamy, has a little bit of stick, so don't be surprised with that. And this is like one of the only glosses that I'll use that doesn't have a plumping effect because I love a good plumper, you know, but loving these guys. I want to get some more to try out. I have a couple other Dose of Color matte liquid lipsticks and they're all awesome. It's just the glosses I need to dabble some more in, you know. Okay, I think that is it. I didn't include brushes and I may be missing something. Like I said, I try not to include any holiday items. These are just like all year, all around favorites, unless I mean, this wasn't all year, but it's gonna be used all year in 2019. But you know what I mean. So now I want to hear what your favorite makeup product was of 2018. Tell me what your ride or die makeup product was, what you love about it, why you love it, why everybody else should love it. Just let's chat it up, let's talk makeup, because that's what we do over here on my channel and I love it. If you are new to this channel and you just stumble upon my face for the very first time, well, hey, what's up? Welcome. You're gonna want to go down and hit that red subscribe button before you fall down the rabbit hole, which is YouTube, and click on another video and another video and then another video, and then before you know it, I'm lost in the sauce. Don't do that to me, baby. Don't do that. To my OG subscribers and my new and everybody else in between that's just stopping by, I hope every single one of you is gonna have a happy new year, is excited for 2019, and you guys are awesome. And I hope every single one of you have a great, freaking awesome, wonderful, happy, lovely day.